Let's go!
Sorry, let's just say the next bit of drama that I guess has involved me in some way or historically has involvement from me that I can maybe offer some perspective. The Streamer Awards is back. Folks are voting for their favorite streamer categories. And lo and behold, again, they have a best fighting game streamer category. Streamers who create the best fighting game content from Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat, Super Smash Bros., and more, you know? Cool. Like I said earlier, there's a bit of disconnect that's happening. The Streamer Awards and the Game Awards, which are also coincidentally around the same time frame. How the hell is Justin Wong up here? My dude, how the hell did Brian F not make it? This is my hot take. How in the holy shit did FeedEx not make it up here? What in the F, dude? This is like an injustice, man, for real. Like, you guys should be pissed off that you didn't nominate them. Why didn't you nominate them? Why not Diaphone? Why didn't you put them in here? I would look at the person right next to you and go, what the fuck? Why did you not vote for them? Why would Punk not be put into here? Look right next to you, to the person adjacent, and ask them, what the fuck? Because I ended up, why is Max not here? Holy shit, Max put so much money into all this dumb shit, right? Yeah, there was also one thing. I didn't tell anyone that the Streamer Awards was happening. I did not make a point of it that you need to go here and do this stuff. And as a reminder, the whole point of the Streamer Awards is that this is not an event that is made like the Game Awards, where they are specifically chosen by like a committee. No, like this is, you vote, you go to a website and you put the names in and shit. And the whole point is that you have to create a campaign and they have to go and get a bunch of people to make some noise. And that's the whole point of it. This is a community situation. What the hell? Why didn't you vote them in? In some defense, a lot of people are like, Cutie is like nominating her friends and stuff like that, you know, the Friend Awards. I would like to remind you guys, I would have voted for you, Max, people say, quote unquote. Max has done all this stuff. Max should be winning this category, quote unquote, right? I'm not saying this. I'm saying this is the stuff that I'm hearing. And I appreciate the sentiment. I really do. However, I don't necessarily need to be here because I've already gotten my Streamer Award as somebody that may not remember or don't know. And I got a Legacy Award a couple years ago. As much as I deeply appreciate that situation, I went in to that room like I was entering an alien land. I went into that award show hoping to win Best Fighting Game Streamer, and I lost to Etoile, who's like a big Smash event guy. Nobody in the fighting game scene knew who Etoile was, right? But he's massive overseas. So I'm entering a space that is literally the antithesis of what I do. Seeing the people talking and schmoozing and all this stuff, like this is like, at least Sajam has some experience with the modern streaming audience because of, you know, Slam Jam and stuff like that, right? So it's like, yeah, that's the whole point of it, to get all these communities together and work together. So he's definitely like a part of that mainstream audience. My dude, I am the antithesis of that shit. Like, I think I was the oldest person in that room by 5 to 6 years. I'm not shitting you. Maybe 10. When I looked at the chance of me winning this, I knew that there was a good chance I was not going to win. So here's what's crazy. I got the award for Legacy Streamer from an audience of people that are going to ask a question, who the fuck is this guy? Germa, I think I understand completely. You know, Germa makes a lot of sense because he has been around for so long, has done so many big productions, and is actually a mainstream streamer. But I'll sit here in my little pocket of like 10,000 viewers to 15,000 viewers, and nobody will ever know who I am because, dude, I'm in my pocket and I just have been doing my thing for 12 to 15 years or some shit. That being said, yes, I sometimes breach into some of the bigger audiences, but like what me and other broadcasters, like, for example, Carnage. Yeah, how the heck did I get chosen for this? Like, literally. So at the same point, it's like, yeah, there's some picky and choosy, and I'm naturally a little bit more biased because, dude, how the heck did I win that? What the hell? Legacy isn't voted for. Legacy is not a thing that's like nominated. I was chosen by like the panel, aka committee. I have barely ever spoken to nearly any of the people in that room. So it made no sense for me to be a person that would win that. Long story short, all I'm saying is that I'm the antithesis of what everyone's talking about. I'm like the exact opposite, that I had a chance to like legit win that. And whether or not you think I deserved it or not, or other people deserved it, yeah, I could definitely see many other people fucking getting that shit, dude. I could definitely see that the random fighting game guy like getting this over most others doesn't make a lot of sense. So I deeply appreciate that. That means a lot to me. It was pretty wild to be on that stage in that fashion. All I gotta say is that a lot of people get confused in this award situation and like try to associate it and do this. I just think we live, here's my hot take, and I'm going full screen for this. What I'm seeing happening right now on this streaming awards thing is a direct byproduct of where streaming is currently at. 2 years ago, I won my award, right? And I was a part of that audience, and I already felt very disconnected from this audience. It felt like it's obviously very much the high school in crowd. It was very much like that, high school in crowd. And it's like, okay, yeah, and everyone's just celebrating how cool everything is. And like, I get it, you know? This makes sense, this is what it is, because it is celebrating streaming as a whole, with some crazy things like me being there and some others, you know? It's like a big generational thing. But even compared to that, which felt a little insular. Yeah, sure, 100%. Even compared to that, what streaming is now is vastly different, especially the disconnect that's happening between like what streaming has become over the past 2 years to what it was then. Because now it is literally the most drama farming website in human existence, man. Everything about like what makes a popular stream on Twitch is just to say something negative about something else and then bait the engagement farm to get other people to say something, and then you get the audience to go in and watch the back and forth happening. I am not even going to say names. I don't even need to, because we know that so much of this website is just saying something like abhorrent or just having like an extremely exhausting take on something else that feels so specifically going after people that everything is just that now. It's crazy. Everything is just trying to make a Twitter moment or trying to make a live stream fails moment now, where I'm like pretty disconnected from a lot of what makes this website anymore. And I feel like so much so that I just kind of want to sit and do my own thing. I have a unique perspective. I have been around long enough to watch the evolution happen and really change over the past couple years especially, and to see where things go. And all I can tell you, as we are actively watching it happen right now, it works. It 100% works. You get these crazy quick engagements, and you get these people that immediately want to hear what you have to say, and then you get back and you have to follow these other broadcasters, and this guy said this and that, whatever, you know? And that happens. All I can tell you is that it will not last, bro. It won't. If there's one thing that is very weird about my old ass that has been doing this, and I get people that actually give a shit about what I have to say in some way, is that I'm knocking on wood here. My stupid bitch ass has managed to be relevant for 13 years. I don't know how, but I think I have an idea, and it's because I did not make the topics of most of my conversations what other people are saying. And I just want it to be about the things that I feel about these things and what I kind of want, and not specifically like everyone just has this to say and I'm here to say a lot about what they have to say. I can't be the most absorbed person into every single thing. I'm the worst variety streamer of all time. But the things I'm really into, I'm really into. And it's pretty obvious when I'm really into it, dude. So I don't know. A lot of people are like attack others and stuff like that. And I feel like what the Streamer Awards is, a show, is only going to continue to be more challenging and more difficult to do because of just the way streaming is now. I don't see this getting any better in the future, man. Like whether or not the same people are involved or whatnot, or it continues in the same way. All this does is just directly feed into a literal drama farm that is quite literally what people will be monetizing off of. The drama is what is being easily monetizable now. And again, I realize how bullshit it is that I'm also talking about it in some way. Yeah, I get it. 100%. I am technically part of the problem right now, but I'm also, in my unique perspective, not going to be talking about this after it. And I just hope that you go out, vote for the person that you think should win. And I hope that I can incline to tell you that if this does happen in the future, that you need to vote specifically and tell your broadcaster, hey, I think you're amazing at this. I would like to support you in some way. Because yes, this is a popularity contest, right? The Game Awards is not necessarily a popularity contest. That's a committee voted sort of like Academy Awards situation. No, the whole point of the Streamer Awards is that it is a popularity contest. We have to get you to be more popular than the other person. You got to go make the YouTube video and do this. And I did all that shit, man. I literally did all of that shit. And guess what? I lost until I won, which was very surprising, which was very like, what the shit? All I'm trying to say is that just go vote so that next year can happen. And if it does happen, you can go and get your favorite broadcaster in there for whatever category it might be on here. There's a lot of them, man, between best speedrunners, Minecrafters, whatever, dude. And if you want to make that a possibility for them, then it's you, dude. Like, you can do it. All you have to do is like let them know. The problem is that your broadcaster just might not want that. And a lot of like fighting game people are sort of like a little in their own bubble, just like myself. And I was definitely out of my comfort zone when I was down there, dude. But I felt like I owed it to people to go down there and have this moment because so many people were trying to get on my side. And it's like, yeah, we should do something, you know? I feel like I owe this to people. I owe it to the people that I literally owe it to go on stage and give them thanks in a moment where everything that has been put into this specific situation, I owe a lot of people thanks for this, you know what I mean? You know, all I want to do is just make sure my audience is happy. That's all I want. I just want to have good games come out, have them get better. I want us to highlight the things that are great about them, and I want us to highlight the things that aren't particularly great, so that when new things can happen, they could be even better in the future. You know, that's my whole fucking point. I have no problem being the person that just sits here and just keeps doing that shit, because it's where I feel like I'm the best, and just play the stuff and do all that shit. You know what I mean?